Welcome, I am Mike the Coffee Guru, and today I'm going to be taking you through the programming side of the Aqua Instant Vending Machine. So, Aqua Instant Vending Machine, pretty simple to program and to kind of get exactly what you want out of it. So, firstly, open the machine up, open the little lock, and you have on the inside cover, you have two buttons. You have an on-off button and you have your P or program button. You simply press your program button and you can almost hear the machine shut off in a sense, and that will take you through to the programming side of the machine. So the first thing that gets displayed in the programming is the number of cups the machine has made in all time. That's the first number that's flashing, which happens to be 10,349. The second button, or the second number it's displaying is the amount of cups it's made before we reset it. So what you can do, the running total you can never reset, but you can reset the trip total to gauge how many cups you've made between your last setting. And you can do that. This gives you the total for the whole machine for all the drinks. You can do that for all the individual drinks. So for example, if you press the cappuccino button, the machine will show you it's made 1,367 cups since this machine was born, and it's made 1,367 cups and 367 cups since it's been reset. Likewise, we just go through the coffee setting. Coffee's made 419, and that was essentially when it was reset for the coffee side, made 419 cups on its last setting. Now, in terms of controlling or changing the drink options, we simply have to press the little middle button here, and that will take us through to the programming of the drink items. And when you've pressed that button, you will essentially have little dots appear corresponding to each of the buttons. If you want to go into one of them, you would simply press the button, and the first display to come up would be the milliliters of the first drink size. So coffee, the first setting is on 160 mils, right? If you want to increase it, you simply toggle to the right and you can go up in divisions of 10. If you want to decrease it, you literally go to the left and your cup size drops. Once you're happy with the selection, you would press the enter button, which is your center button, and that would take you to the next setting. That shows now we're setting the cup size for the mug, no longer the small cup. So now we're on the mug setting, and in the same way I can either toggle to the right and increase the mug size setting, or I can toggle to the left and decrease it. Lastly, we have the filter jug setting, and this is something we often set to off, because what you can actually do on this machine, you can dispense a whole pot of filter coffee. Now, why we set it to off often is you just don't want someone by mistake pressing the filter jug option and having coffee really run out and making a big mess. And as we go on, I push enter, I'm happy with that selection, and this is where we get into the setting of the actual drinks. So how the machine indicates me what item I'm setting, it shows me a little canister with a number. So this one's showing me that it's setting here canister 4. So if I were to open the machine, I will see canister 4, which counting from left to right, is meaning the coffee setting, which makes sense because I'm setting the coffee button here. And I'll close it up and it says canister 4 is on a 12% speed. So if I want to increase that speed, I simply, again, toggle to the right or toggle to the left. And what that does, it doesn't change the size of the cup, but it changes the speed at which the coffee inside gets dispensed, which in turn essentially increases the strength. If I'm happy with the selection, I would press enter, and it would take me back to the button settings where I can set other buttons. So if I were to set now a more complex button, which is, let's say, cappuccino with sugar, which contains coffee, milk, and sugar, I would press my cappuccino with sugar button, and it will say the first cup size setting, the small cup, is set on 140 mils, which let's say I'm happy with, I would say enter. The next cup size is set to 230 mils, which again I'm going to be happy with. I'm going to say enter. It's going to take me to the filter jug, which I'm also going to be happy with its off setting. And then I'm going to go into the setting of the product. And in here, it's telling me canister 2. I'm going to open in a second to show you what canister 2 is set at 54%. So if I open up for a second, I can see canister 2 happens to be the milk, canister 3 the sugar, canister 4 the coffee. So when I close it up and go back to the settings, canister 2, which is the milk side, is set at 54%. Same thing, I can increase by toggling right or decrease by toggling left. If I'm happy with my milk selection, I'll go to canister 3, and that will tell me 28%, which I'm in this case happy with, and same for the coffee at 18%. So the machine automatically lets me adjust the settings of the product inside by knowing what each drink type needs. So it knows that coffee with milk or cappuccino with milk and sugar, or sorry, cappuccino with sugar needs coffee, milk and sugar. And likewise, it knows that coffee only needs to have coffee set. So each of these items will have its corresponding internal selection, which will show me which operation to change. And that is as simple as setting the machine. Last thing, very important to remember, is once I've done setting, to go back to the P button, press the program button, and I'll hear the machine almost start up again. Close it up, and I'll be ready to go. Thank you. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to learn more or see more videos about coffee and coffee machines, please hit the subscribe button below and tune in for more.